Hello dear students, in the last class we had seen the differential elements in the Cartesian coordinate system and cylindrical coordinate system. So in that we had studied, as you can see on the screen, we had studied this differential displacement in any vector A in the Cartesian coordinates, and that is the differential displacement we had seen, the differential area and then differential volume. And similarly we had also discussed the differential elements in cylindrical coordinate system. Okay, now we shall move forward and will discuss the differential elements in a spherical coordinate system. Okay, so today we shall discuss the differential elements in spherical coordinate system. Okay, spherical coordinate system. Fine. So again, like we had seen in case of the Cartesian and cylindrical coordinate system, we had seen the differential length, differential surface and differential volume, and in the same way we will proceed for the spherical system as well. So let us draw the three coordinate axes, that is, all the three are mutually perpendicular to each other. So these are the three coordinate axes. Let's name them as we know it. So this one is your x, this is your y, and this one is the z. Okay, now we will locate a point. Okay, we will locate a point. Let's say I'm locating a point P. Okay, fine. Now, as I had already discussed in the earlier class, that the meaning of differential element means we have some increment. Okay, so differential increment, the differential increment in x can be said dx, that and y can be written as dy, and in z it is dz. So likewise we have this in spherical coordinates. We have the three coordinates, that is r, theta and phi. Okay, r, theta and phi. So we will consider small increments in all of the three coordinates r, theta and phi. Okay, so it will be dr, d theta and d phi, like that. Okay, so I would, let me try to make you understand through the diagram. So let us draw a surface. So it's similar to somewhat we had seen while we were studying the spherical coordinate system, right? Okay, now So we are considering the differential elements here. Okay, so let's say that this angle was theta. Okay, so the differential means if I want to extend this theta to some more somewhat greater extent, then let's say this small change or a small increment in theta is your d theta. Okay, this is your d theta. Fine. Now if it is projected on the xy plane, so let's say this angle is your phi angle, as we always represent it with phi. So the small increment can be considered as how much? This is your d phi. So this is your d phi. Okay, and similarly, if this one is your r vector, okay, so simply the increment, this increment can be considered as dr. Okay, let's say that we are increasing it, and this increment is called this dr. Okay, fine. Or I should write it somewhere else. Let's say it is your dr. Okay, fine. So we have made some small increments in all the three coordinates, that is r becomes dr, theta becomes d theta, and phi becomes d phi. Okay, now we have done like this. Okay, now let us think upon this on this surface. Let me make it more clear. Let's say I am considering this one. Okay, now what will be the length of this arc? Okay, so in the earlier class also I had given one example to make you understand this. If this is your angle theta, okay, and this one is your r. Okay, so this arc equal to what? L equals to how much? R into theta, because we know that theta equals to L upon r. So L equal to r theta. Okay, so this one can be written as r theta. So in the similar manner you can say that this, if this is r and this is d theta, so what will be the length of this arc? This length of this arc will be r d theta. Okay, this one is a r d theta. Fine, fine. Now if I want to talk about this length, okay, so obviously this length is similar to your this length. Okay, let me make it more darker so that it will be visible. Yes, this one I am talking. Okay, so this one is r, this is r cos theta. So if I project it on this xy plane, so obviously it is r cos theta, but it is making theta with the z axis. So if I project it, if I resolve it in the two rectangular coordinates, so this one will be, this r is making theta with the z axis. So on z, if I will resolve, then this component will be r cos theta. So obviously it is making 90 minus theta with this projection. So this length will be your r sin theta. Okay, so this length is your r sin theta, and angle is how much? D phi. So if this length is r sin theta and this angle is d phi, so what will be this length? Its length will be r sin theta and d phi. See, it is very important to understand this, how I have made this. See, at let us consider a point. Okay, I have extended this from the origin, let's say r vector making angle theta with the z axis, the projection of r making phi with the x axis. Okay, so this is the basic representation. Now I have made small increments in all the three coordinates, like r can be incremented as dr, theta can be further extended to d theta and phi can be further extended to d phi. So I have made some small increments in all the coordinates, है ना, to achieve this differential elements. Okay, and further we will discuss the differential length, surface and volume. But here now it is important to note ki what will be this one, what will be this one. Okay, so we know it very well that if there is an arc, okay, so the length of arc equals to the radius into the angle. Okay, so here also if I consider this one, okay, this one or this one both are parallel, so obviously this one is r and this is making angle d theta, so this arc length will be r d theta and the projection of r on the xy plane is r sin theta, and again see here also it is an arc. Okay, so this r sin theta into d phi, so we have got this components. Okay, so we have got this component. Okay, so let us write here that dr is the differential length in r direction. Okay, so dr is the differential length in r direction. Similarly, now what you are getting here, r d theta. Okay, so r d theta is the differential length in theta direction. Okay, and your r sin theta and d phi. Okay, I'm talking of this one. Okay, so r sin theta d phi is equal to, it can be written as differential length in the phi direction. Okay, so in this way we can take these three things. Okay, so now the differential, now the differential length vector. Okay, differential length vector using these three components, it can be represented as in the spherical system. The differential length vector in the spherical coordinate system can be is given by this, since it is the length vector, so we are representing it with the dl. Okay, differential length. So let me write it with another color. So this one is your dl, and dl equals to how much? Okay, now these are the components, dr along ar, r d theta along a theta, and r sin theta d phi along a phi. So we will write it accordingly. Okay, and then your differential length vector will be obtained. So dr along which direction? Along your ar. Okay, fine. Plus what is the component along this theta direction? R d theta. So we will write here r d theta, and the direction unit vector representing the direction will be a theta. Okay, plus along this phi direction, what will be the unit component? R sin theta d phi. Okay, and the direction of unit vector acting along it is a phi. Okay, so in this way we can have the differential length vector. Fine. Now if I want to calculate the magnitude, okay, in the earlier length vectors also, as we discussed in the Cartesian and Cartesian and cylindrical systems, similarly we can determine the magnitudes as we are determining now. So the magnitude will be, obviously you know that it will be root of these components, square of this component, dr square plus r d theta square, and plus this r sin theta d phi square. Okay, so in this way we can calculate the magnitude. Fine. So it is I think it is okay. Okay, now we will proceed proceed for the surfaces. Okay, so how we can proceed for the surface? Fine. So for surface, you can see that for surface you should have the length into breadth, like the differential components for surface. Just you can consider it as a rectangle, and the area of rectangle, how do we write? Length into width. So similarly we can write here. No? So the differential surface, the differential surface can be represented in the spherical coordinate system as ds equals to. Now see, even if it is the spherical or cylindrical or Cartesian, you will have some sort of cuboid. Okay, if I make it, it will be look like it will be looking like a cuboid. So we can have this shape. Okay, so since it is the differential length, and differential length can be considered very small, so in that case we can have this cuboid. Okay, so in cuboid the opposite faces, the area of opposite faces are equal. So in that case we have the three distinct faces, and we will write the differential surface areas. So it will be r square sine theta d theta d phi, and the direction will be ar. Okay, now the second one will be r sine theta dr d theta, sorry, dr d phi, and the direction will be a theta. Okay, and similarly the third one also, one more, ds will be r dr into d theta or a phi. Okay, so similarly means how I have obtained this. Just you multiply any two of them at a time, like we are multiplying dr into r d theta. Okay, so if I am multiplying dr, means we are taking the r direction component and theta direction component multiplied together, so r dr d theta, so we are getting r dr d theta, and the direction will be of the third one. Okay, fine. Similarly, because the direction depends the normal vector. Okay, the direction depends on which part the it represents the normal vector to this particular plane or area. Okay, or the surface. So like if I multiply this r d theta into r sine theta d phi, so I am multiplying the differential length vector or differential length component along theta direction and phi direction. If I am multiplying, so what we are getting, r square sine theta d theta d phi, this one. So the direction should be what, except these two, r, so it is acting along r. If I multiply this dr with the r sine theta d phi, so obviously we will have this r sine theta dr d phi. Okay, and if since the r direction component and phi direction components are involved, so the direction will be along this theta, so a theta. So in this way we can have this differential surfaces. Okay, and the differential volume, we know, for volume, length into breadth into height, that is this dr r d theta and r sine theta d phi, all should be multiplied together. Okay, so the differential volume, the the differential volume dV can be written as, just multiply all these three, dr, r d theta, r sin theta, d phi. So it will be how much? It will be r into r square, this sin theta, and then dr, d theta, d phi. So we will write it accordingly. So it will be dv equals to r square, this sin theta, and then dr, d theta, and d phi. Okay. So all are equally important when you will be using them to derive some equations or solving numericals. Okay, so in this way we can have the differential elements in case of a spherical coordinate system. Fine. So further we have to see the del operators. Okay, so now the del operator, is represented by inverted triangle. Okay, so by this symbol we represent this del operator. And how do we write this? So del operator in all the three coordinates system, it will be different. Okay, like the del operator in Cartesian system. In Cartesian system, you might have studied this in mathematics also. So in Cartesian system, your del operator will be del x along ax. Since it is Cartesian, so we will have the unit vectors ax, ay, and az. Then del y and ay and plus del z. Okay, az. Fine. Similarly, in cylindrical system, cylindrical coordinate system, the del operator will be, now since they are in cylindrical system, we have three coordinates as rho, phi, and z. So it will be del rho in the direction of a rho. Okay, plus, now you know that in differential length vector we have d rho, d phi, and dz. So it will be like this: 1 upon rho del rho, sorry, it is theta, it is phi, sorry, rho d phi. Okay, and in the direction of phi, and plus del z in the direction of az. So why it is rho d phi? Remember that in the, while we were studying this, yes, see, along this a phi component we have this rho d phi. Okay, so since it is rho d phi, that's why we have this here rho d phi. Okay, fine. And in spherical system, the del operator can be written as del r ar, since we have r, theta, and phi in a spherical system. So the unit vectors will be similar: 1 upon r and then 1 upon r sin theta a phi. Okay, so in this way we can represent this del operator, okay, in the three coordinate systems. When means in Cartesian coordinate system we can represent it like this, in cylindrical coordinate system we can represent it like this, and in the spherical coordinate system we can represent it like this. Okay, so now in the next class we will solve some numericals on the transformation and related to this del operator.